Hey, so I'm back over here on my test predictions sheet, you can see. And you can also see here that since we assumed there were 30 words per tweet maximum, we are out here on the 30th column, or the AI column. I don't know, I suppose that's about the 30th column or it's not the 30th column exactly, but the 30th column starting from where our words were. And so we need to drag our formula out this far, and we also want it to be 20 rows high because we have these 20 rows up here. So we want to have 20 rows corresponding to that. So I'm going to drag this down 20 rows, which would be, I guess, up to, let's see, yes, 44. Okay. And then I'm going to drag this over to AI, column AI. There we are. And now we have our values. So we see we've got a lot of zeros over here on the right, got a lot of, because of, short words, and then we have a lot of log probabilities for the words over here. Now we're going to do the same thing that we just did in the last video. We're going to do the same thing for the other tweets. The probabilities of these words, given the fact that they came from the other. So if you missed the last video, be sure to go back, because I'm not going to explain this part again. I'm just going to simply copy. So I'm going to Command A this formula. Can I even do that? It's not letting me Command A. So actually I have to just manually click and drag to select this entire formula. And Command C. Whoops. This always happens to me. Alright, there we go. Command Z is undo, or Control Z if you're on PC. Very, very handy. Command Z. Command Y, redo. Alright, now we go down here to cell 48. We paste that value. So that should actually give us, oh, whoops, I messed up there. I'm going to actually click inside the cell context, then paste, then click enter. Now there's one problem with this. It's the exact same value as we had above. And we don't want that. We want to look up, rather than the app tokens probability sheet, we want to look it up in the other tokens probability sheet. We're going to have to change the numbers and things around a little bit. So rather than saying app tokens prob, we want to say other tokens prob. So that's a first step. There's more than just that. So I'm going to go to other tokens prob. I'm just going to type that in manually. Change everywhere it says app to the word other. Looks like there are 3 places. Gonna do that. Does that look good? Okay. That does. Now this, I don't think this should work yet, because we are using A5 through 821, and if we go over here to other tokens probability, what's our bottom row here? 816. So we want to be using row 816 there rather than 821. So go to 821 here, 816, turn that to 816, 816 here. And then, let's see here, 816 over here. Whoops, that's my old video. Having some computer issues. Get rid of this plus sign that just got in there accidentally. And turn that 821 into 816. By the way, mine's going down to 821, even though in your book it said 828. So I'm going with what my computer told me, probably because I made a small error somewhere along the way, but it still seems to be working. So I'm just going to go with it. But if you have 828, that's fine too. So turn that to 816 there, click enter, and that should be the proper log probability for that one. Now I'm going to do the same thing where I pull this 20 rows down, so 48, so that should be to 67, I believe. And then I'm going to drag this out to column AI, just like we did before. AI. And that should give us all of our log probabilities for, the probability that that word occurred, given that it was from other, given that it was from tweets not about Mandrill.